Recognized as one of the most celebrated musicals created, Kinky Boots reminds everyone we can change the world when we change our minds. TriMProductions is bringing the beloved musical to the Santa Fe stage. We're happy to have artistic director Marilyn Barnes and choreographer Elizebeth Barnes to tell us more about it. Alrighty. So, ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the production and where the idea was to put this on stage with TriM. So first, I actually want to start by talking about the company first. How did TriM begin?
Well, I am an educator for many, many years, and I taught high school choir and music theater at Santa Fe High School. And I have a dear, beautiful colleague, Kathleen Rich, who we all know her because of her connection with the radio. And we just were dismayed at how often we would meet students that had graduated and just had completely stopped performing.
Mm.
We just really wanted to make a venue for young professionals so they would have some place they could continue that creativity.
Well, I mean, you guys have done some very interesting shows. And of course, I'm excited about your current one, which is Kinky Boots. What was the premise of doing this show for this particular month?
Well, I think we've seen it several times and just absolutely adore the story. I'm a storyteller, and so the idea of a beautiful drag queen and a heterosexual man who didn't even realize he was prejudiced coming together and making this beautiful bond by the end of the show. I just wanted to show that love because of where we're at in the world. I think we just need to keep putting that out as much as we can, sending out the love.
I think Marilyn also wants to pick shows that young people are going to want to be a part of.
Absolutely.
Constantly trying to stay relevant in that way. We want to pick shows that our audiences want to see, but we also want to pick shows that our young people want to be in.
And that's wonderful to hear, because if they enjoy the work, they're going to show it on stage. So when it comes to the casting, Lola is a big personality. So how important was the casting of Lola for this production?
At the top. So important. We just do auditions. We don't try to precast because I don't think that's fair. People change between January and May when we did these auditions. And so when Paul walked into the audition room, I think all of us just kind of went, oh.
We can do this show now.
Right. And then he opened his
I love it.
Right. He opened his mouth and started to sing, and we're like, oh. And then he did his dance audition, and Elizabeth's like, thank goodness. So, the theater gods shone upon us.
And people are really going to want to come and see Paul. He is a star.
And Elizabeth, you are taking on the task. One of the things I loved about Kinky Boots, I saw the movie, which became the Broadway musical. Choreography is a must. It is high tier when it comes to this musical. How did you approach choreography when you started the production?
It's so important. And again, part of that storytelling thread is that the movement has to tell the story, right? So one of the things that I love about the art of drag is that there's so much individuality in it. Everybody brings their own personal sparkle to the table. So I really wanted to kind of use that. And as some of our performers are going to be doing drag for the first time, some are super experienced, and I want people to kind of feel that sense of like, wow, they want to be here and we want to be there. And I think that's really going to show through in the movement. There's going to be a lot of individuality, but there's also going to be some great moments of unison where you're going to see 21 young people all moving together. And I think it's really powerful. And I'm excited for people to come and experience it.
So when it comes to how you want audiences to leave this production, what do you want them to feel when they walk out of that theater?
I hope just joy and hope. Hope that I think we get bogged down. We start to feel so dismal about the state of our country. And theater And art is there to help buoy us up so we can continue the fight, for acceptance, for generosity. So joy,
Yeah.
hope.
And we hope they're still singing the last song as they leave the theater.
I love that song. I love that song. Well, ladies, thank you very much for joining me today and talking more about Kinky Boots. I am looking forward to this production, and I know you guys have worked hard. So thank you for taking the time to talk about it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.